Okay, hello everyone. Again, my name is Samantha Joy, and today is going to be my second um, weekly check in. Uh, Tomorrow I will be reading chapter 3 of The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This past week, ending today, I was working on chapter 2. And chapter 2 was about recovering a sense of identity. So, in week 2, the week addresses self definition as a major component of creative recovery. You may find yourself drawing new boundaries and staking out new territories as your personal needs, desires, and interests announce themselves. So, I want to pause just for a moment because I have to point out the fact that I am having a fabulous hair day, if I do say so myself. I took a bubble bath before bed last night. Makes a world of difference. Anyways, my hair smells amazing and feels amazing and looks amazing, and I just wanted everyone to appreciate it for a hot sec. Okay, thanks. As I was saying, I read chapter 2 this past week. And this chapter is mainly talking about outside forces influencing you and potential reasons for why people in your life could be blocking your most authentic and creative self, right? So I enjoyed reading about this more than the week prior, because with chapter 1 it's saying it's your fault, you're not taking yourself seriously as an artist, so how are other people going to look at you as an artist, and you got to get your shit together, you're a shadow artist, you're not a real artist. And I was like, excuse me, false, I'm real. So chapter 1 made me angry. Chapter 2 I could get on board with, because from the very beginning it's saying more, it's not your fault that you're a blocked artist. You're just surrounding yourself with people that are keeping you blocked. Take a deep breath and let them go. And I'm like, yeah, it's not my fault. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. It's not my fault. So it's talking about how you can have things on the inside blocking you in addition to people on the outside. And one of the reasons why people in your life may be blocking you, it's either intentional or not intentional. Maybe they're blocked themselves and they're threatened by you unblocking yourself, because that means they also have to unblock themselves, which is scary. Again, the whole name of the game here, the main theme here is we as artists are afraid. We are afraid of a lot of shit. We are afraid of rejection. We are afraid of rejection by people we audition for. We are afraid of rejection by our peers and our friends and our lovers and our family and ourselves. And we're just constantly judging ourselves and letting other people judge us. And that is making us afraid to be who we truly are, to show the world who we truly are and what we have to give to them. We are afraid, so we are blocked. So how do we unblock ourselves? We have to face our fear. And that's the point of chapter 2, from my understanding. So it's talking about crazy makers in your life and how you got to let them go because they're keeping you back from being an unblocked true artist. Whew, yes. So, some main takeaways. I was taking notes from chapter 2, and some takeaways of mine include, she says, it is important to remember that at first flush, going sane feels just like going crazy. She's reminding us that this is a process. It's not going to feel easy from the very beginning. It's going to be hard. Maybe think of how when you're a teenager and you go to the skin doctor because you have acne, and they're all like, remember, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Okay, that's part of the process. So if you're like, oh, this is hard, I feel like I'm going crazy, that's what is supposed to happen. Another takeaway, do not let self-doubt turn into self-sabotage. All right, acknowledge what you're feeling and move on, move through it. Don't let it keep you being a blocked artist. Be an artist, unblock yourself. Blocked friends may find your recovery disturbing. They may say words like selfish and you're different because you're trying to unblock yourself, and those are your friends, apparently. So be wary of words like that and people like that, and do your best to do what you got to do for yourself. One of the things chapter 2 was talking about was keeping track of the things you did all week and how often you did something for other people versus how often you did something for yourself, which stood out to me. So I took note of what I did all week. And it's like, I did that because I wanted to. I did that because I wanted to. I did that not because I really wanted to, but my friend wanted to, but I wanted to be there for my friend. So it kind of was something I wanted to do, but it wasn't for me, but I did it. And I don't regret doing it because being there for my friends is something that's important to me. So there's no right or wrong, good or bad, black or white. There's always an in-between, in my humble opinion. I like choices, right? There's no, you're either happy or sad. There's a whole spectrum of emotions to feel. There's a whole spectrum of everything and anything, really. It's never good or bad. It's all about what is good for you. I'm going to say that again. It's not a question of what is good or bad. It's a question of what is good for you. So chapter 2 helped remind me that the things I'm choosing to do with my time, because my time is valuable, all right? It's important that I make sure I am making enough time throughout my week and throughout my life as a person and as an artist to do things that I want to do that are bringing me joy and are allowing me to be creative. Cool. Whew. So, as blocked creatives, we focus not on our responsibilities to ourselves, but on our responsibilities to others. Exactly. So just remember, you have a responsibility to yourself just as much as the other people in your life. The great creator has gifted us with creativity. Our gift back is to use that creativity. Then it's talking about crazy makers, and they're an outside force that is a barrier to our recovery. In creative recovery, it is not necessary that we change any of our beliefs. It is only necessary that we explore them. Okay, so we don't have to change anything we think or feel. We just have to recognize that we think and feel that. And we have to take a moment to think about it. Exploring, checking in with ourselves, recognizing things. That's the name of the game here. We're examining what is. In the exact now, we are all always all right. We are all always all right. So if you're not spending too much time thinking about the past or thinking about the future, but you're really focusing and paying attention to the right here and now, it's all good. Always. Remind yourself that everything is only temporary. You are where you are right here and right now, doing what you are doing right here and right now, and that's okay. Right here and right now, pay attention to where you are, who you are with, what you're doing, how you're thinking, how you're feeling, and it's all good. Pay attention is one of the main things to take away from chapter 2, which is one of the reasons why she wants us to do these morning pages. Journaling in general is going to help you slow down your thoughts and pay attention to them so you can better pay attention to the here and now. Cool. Stop looking for blocks of time when you will be free. Find small bits of time instead. That was another major takeaway for me from chapter 2. For example, right now, making this video before I have to go to my day job for the rest of the day, that's time I am making. Small blocks of time I am making for something that matters to me versus, I have to work today, so I can't do anything else all day long except work because I'm on the schedule to work. Just because I don't have the entire 24 hours to do whatever I want doesn't mean I can't find time around what is on the calendar already to do things for me. So that's what we're looking at with chapter 2. that's a major discovery I had about the morning pages versus journaling, because I was struggling with that. Now I realize its focus is to just make me pay more attention, so I'm less concerned about making sure I do it first thing in the morning and making sure it's for a certain amount of time. I'm just doing my usual journal thing. I am trying to make a habit more of journaling every day, though, since I started this process with this book, because I wouldn't always do it daily. I would do it occasionally. So now I'm making a point to journal every single day, which is different for me. And that's cool. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay? One thing it did want me to do this week is positive affirmations. I'm still skeptical about those, in all honesty, so I didn't do those with my journaling like it wanted me to. But I did everything else it asked me to do this week, including my weekly artist date. So I want to take a moment to tell you what I did this week. Last week, I went to the baseball field. So this past week, I went to Navy Pier over by the lake. And they had this Light Up the Lake event. So it boasts to be one of the largest indoor Christmas lights displays in the country, with like over 600,000 lights. And they had huge sculptures of, like, there's a giant reindeer, there were giant ducks, rubber ducks, and there's a giant teddy bear, all with lights. They had giant presents and like Christmas tree ornaments that you could like run through, and like a huge tunnel all lit up. It was so pretty. And they had a little choo-choo train, they had face painting and like carnival food and caricature artists, and it was the whole nine, like indoors, and it was pretty wild. And since it's after Christmas and it was like in the middle of a weekday, it was like pretty chill, so it wasn't too crowded. So I just got to run around and play, and I took some cute selfies of myself and had some strangers who were kind looking take pictures for me because I was by myself. And they had an indoor ice skating rink there, and they had ice skates with buckles instead of laces, which is something I've never seen before, so that was really cool. And I spent some time ice skating by myself indoors, which was nice because ice skating is something I try to do at least once a year every winter. I'm not very good at it, but it is fun, and I like to do it for a little while. So I got to do that, and then I rode the big Ferris wheel outside there on the pier. And then I got ice cream for lunch at the food court in the mall area there. So yeah, that was my artist date. I hung out by myself at Navy Pier all afternoon, and it was delightful. All right, if you're following along by doing this yourself, hello, fellow artists and actors. Please comment below. Let me know how your week went, what you want to talk about in terms of how my week went. Non-actors and artists also welcome. Let me know what you think of my past week, and I'll check in with y'all again next week. So have a wonderful week. And I just said week a lot in one sentence. It sounds kind of weird now. Remember, have a fabulous hair day, have a fabulous day, have a fabulous week, and thanks for watching. Bye.